Welcome to the side of Jakarta that you might not be familiar with. Today we are in the Pik area and we are going to show you the polar opposite of what we usually show you on our channel. Today we're going to show you the glitz and glam of Jakarta.
Now we're starting our day off here at a beautiful restaurant in the Bay Walk Mall in the Pik area of Jakarta, and today we're going to be showing you mostly the northern part of Jakarta. This part of Jakarta is super modern, clean, developed and gorgeous in pretty much every way. We're starting our day off here at a restaurant with a view that is quite literally leaving us speechless, and the food here is top quality. Yes, it is a little bit more expensive than the typical food that you'll find in the more local areas of Jakarta, but this part of Jakarta really needs to be shown, and it is sort of an extra dimension, if you will, to this bustling city that often doesn't get enough attention. And as I said, just have a look at the food first and this incredible view.
Yeah, we are one in the many Japanese restaurants today, and I'm really enjoying this food. Look at how chunky these udon noodles are. Oh my god, I just love the texture of the udon noodles. And just enjoying lunch here with this view is absolutely insane. I cannot believe how beautiful the view is. And you even have all of the apartment complexes and condos over there in the tip of Jakarta, the tip of the Pik area, which looks very cool. I would actually love to go in there and see it for myself one day. Just what I needed.
That view that we just had with that incredible Japanese food was out of this world. You could see clearly onto Ancol in one direction, and then in the other direction you could see the area of Pik, and that's the area we're going to be exploring today. And then once you come inside from where this view is, you're greeted with a beautiful modern Baywalk Mall. We're going to quickly show you guys around this mall. It is very cool. There's plenty to see and do, and there's also a whole bunch of animals down on the ground floor, so I think we're going to check that out as well. This place is fabulous, and yeah, it's happy and excited to explore the more upper class, modern, rich side of Jakarta, if you want to say it like that. Let's go. How crazy is this? Once you walk outside of the Baywalk Mall, you literally have a promenade where a whole bunch of people are like just sitting and relaxing.
I think it's not even really considered outside of the mall because it's sort of part of it, like it's the terrace of the mall, but from here I think you cannot go outside, so you have to walk through the mall in order to come here, but it's really beautiful. You have a very nice view, you have some shade going on as well in case it's a very hot and sunny day, and from here you can literally see the boats coming in and out, all of the yachts as well. There's a lot of yachts actually around. And you have a very cool view onto the condos over there and everything. So yeah, very nice here. We just strolled into one of the supermarkets, and by the way, they have loads and loads of imported products here. And I even was able to find my favorite German chocolate, which is Schogetten. And I haven't seen this one for the past year, I want to say. Nowhere in Asia have I seen this. This is the first time in the Baywalk Mall that they are actually available, and I cannot wait to buy some and try my favorite chocolate again after a year. Maybe it's not my favorite chocolate anymore. I don't even know what it tastes like after all of these years. Wow.
Once you come to the front of the Baywalk Mall, you are met with the main lobby area. There's palm trees everywhere. It's absolutely massive, well constructed, incredibly clean, beautiful. This place is fabulous, and you're also surrounded by beautiful high-rise buildings. Just like this one here. You can't even see the top because of this roof here, but it is gorgeous around here. And just a quick 5-minute grab ride from the Baywalk Mall where we just were, and we arrived here in a place that, to be honest, really looks nothing like a lot of the other parts of Jakarta. Just have a listen for a second. It's very quiet. It's very serene. There's lots of greenery, and the buildings and the architecture very, very interesting and very different looking for sure.
Yeah, this area nearly looks like some sort of a film set. You get a little bit of like a artificial environment type of a vibe. There's a lot of these like round balconies with these like little columns, or up there, I don't know if you can actually see that. There's like angels put into the arch of the house and everything. It's all around sort of a very European type of vibe. I don't know, a similar vibe to what you would find maybe in Budapest or Prague, something like that. Just that maybe Budapest and Prague would be a little bit more red brick house, like a little more brown and red. And this is a lot more white and colorful, but yet the architecture very, very different to the rest of Jakarta. Very interesting, actually. Feels like we left the country.
Have a look at this. Very interesting placement of what looks like something very Romanesque or Italian, or very, very interestingly placed in sort of the center area of Pick. That's what I'm getting the vibe off of Pick, that it seems to be somewhat of a mixture of many different countries coming together and creating a beautiful area for everybody in Jakarta to enjoy. This is very interesting. It's literally basically placed on the side here of a busy intersection, but look at this. We've got these big white pillars, and across the street is the same. I don't know what is the reason for this.
I don't know, I think it's just for decorative purposes, to be honest, and it's really funny. I keep walking up to walls and knocking on them because every now and then I feel like it might not be real because it just seems so out of place for Indonesia if you compare it to like whatever other islands of Indonesia or even other areas of Java. It seems just so out of the general perspective, so I just walk up and I knock on things to see if it's maybe made out of paper mache or something, but no, it's actual walls.
In the middle of a very busy looking roundabout, we just saw a large gold statue of a golfer. And then we just opened Google Maps and we realized that we're standing in front of a very large golf course. So if that's something that you're into, Pick will be the area for you. You can actually go golfing. Now, neither of us are into golfing. I am much more into boxing or rugby. But if you're into golfing, Pick has the place for you.
The contrast is just so funny. We just were, I don't even know if you can see me with the lights coming from the back, maybe not. When we were in the Grab, actually, we drove past like 80 monkeys or something like that, like brown macaques. And now we're sort of in this Romanesque European type of a place. So I don't know, I just keep having these images in my head of like the macaques going crazy in like this artificial Roman village or something like that. That would be really funny, I think. Very surprising actually what kind of outlets you can see in different areas of Jakarta. Now where we were staying before, sort of like Tamrin city center type of area, there you could see like nearly no, for example, off license or places where you could like find alcohol or pork or anything like that. You really had to sort of look for it and go to like special outlets or like the larger malls or something like that. Whereas here I felt like on like nearly every single corner just there when we were in the Grab, there was an off license or places that sell pork or a lot of ads as well with women without a hijab and stuff like that. So like just culturally how different it is, you can see it absolutely immediately. It's very surprising to see, and I didn't know that this was actually the case, and I'm wondering why that is. So if you know why that is, leave a comment below because we have no idea why.
One thing that really jumps out for me in particular is just how green this area is. Just have a look here directly over my shoulder. There's a lot of green open spaces. You feel almost disconnected from the large city of Jakarta. I can hear birds right now singing up in the trees, and it is overall just a very different feeling, a very different vibe. There's just sort of a well put togetherness about this area. We've also noticed a lot of Chinese signs, Chinese restaurants and things of that nature, which might be the answer for what Naomi was referring to with seeing posters of people without hijabs. We're seeing as well a lot of stores selling alcohol, for example, bintang, stuff like that. So that could be part of the reason behind it. I'm sure there's a good bit of investment. I believe there is a good bit of investment into this particular area from places like China. So as many people that can put money into the pot to build and grow this area, the better, because I think it's going to drive a lot of people to visit Jakarta, a lot more people to visit Jakarta, and that's only a net positive, I feel like, for this general area.
I find it so interesting how quiet it actually is around here. I mean, you do see cars and scooters here and there, but overall it's very quiet. I can walk in the middle of the street, no problem. In the rest of Jakarta, it would never be an option to even walk on the street without being run over by a car or a scooter, of course, or the buses in Jakarta, which also drive very fast. So yeah, it's sort of a difference. Like it's a nice change to it, but very interesting sort of how it compares the different sort of quarters of Jakarta. Very cool to see. So we just arrived at a cafe called J Roastery, and thank God they have an AC, because at the moment, I don't know what it is so hot in Jakarta. So we're just happy to sort of sit inside of the cafe and cool down a little bit. Now they have a very extensive menu with Western cuisine, Asian cuisine and so on, which looks really nice actually. And we just ordered 2 different cafe specialties. Now I went with a coconut coffee, or black coconut I think it was called. It's an espresso with coconut water, and Luke went with an espresso tonic, I believe, which is also something that he hasn't had in like, I don't know, probably 1.5 years by now. It has been a very long time since we had any sort of specialties, because usually we just go for sort of the, you know, black coffee, nothing added to it. And so yeah, this time around we decided to do that and just enjoy the atmosphere here, cool down a little bit, and just enjoy how modern the cafe is and how beautiful it actually looks. It's a very calm sort of atmosphere, and I feel like I'm like screaming into it and ruining the atmosphere right now, but that's okay. I'm just doing it for 2 minutes and then I'll stop talking.
Like coconut and chip piston.
Makasih.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow, that smells so nice, and it also looks so beautiful with the herbs on top. Very interesting, and it all comes sort of in a gin glass.
Yeah.
Really cool.
So fancy.
So fancy. I think I never had a coffee this fancy in my life. Oh, it actually tastes like coconut. This is very surprising. It has like it's not necessarily sweet. It has a coconut, black, dark chocolatey type of flavor to it.
Oh.
Very interesting, but not sweet, like bitter. It's super nice. It's very well balanced. Like, it's not sweet at all. It's the way I actually like it. I keep repeating it's not sweet, because usually when you order a coffee in Indonesia, you get it like really sweet. And I'm just so happy that it's not sweet. It's just amazing. Wow. Oh, you need to give it a try. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So good.
I'm gonna give Naomi's coffee a try. Why not? And then after, I'll try mine as well. Whoa, that's unbelievable. Very subtle coconut taste there, and it is, again, like Naomi keeps saying, it's not sweet, which is very surprising. A lot of Indonesia, you get very sweet coffee. It's just a preference here. For us as Europeans, we tend to always lean towards things that are a little bit less sweet, unless you're maybe French. French people like their sweet stuff. But other Europeans, not so much. That coffee is absolutely gorgeous, really delicious. I saw that they sell Guinness here, which is blowing my mind. Now, I'm Irish. I never really trust Guinness outside of Ireland, so I'm not going to be having a Guinness here today. Let's give my tonic a try, and this looks absolutely gorgeous. Just look at that, like that is out of this world presentation wise. We feel so out of place. Pretty much all of our videos up until this video right here, we always lean towards the very hyper local areas, the very sort of just regular, the way that the majority of the local people live. So when it comes to Indonesia, we always will go to the most local restaurants, the most local activities. We'll try and speak directly to as many locals as we can. This video here has us feeling a little bit out of place, that's for sure. But this coffee here, the presentation, everything about it is fantastic. I'm actually blown away, to be honest. It's really, really good. Now, let's give it a try. I think I'm gonna basically mix it around a little bit first. Oh. Okay, Naomi can film me. I'm gonna mix it around. I'm not too sure now what exactly is on the bottom of this, but it looks incredibly appetizing. And you have a big juicy cut of orange there as well. That orange looks absolutely incredible. Now let's give this a sip. That is very delicious. The citrus in there punches you as soon as you drink it. The taste of that citrus is so fresh. It's really, really amazing. I feel like it gives an extra kick to that caffeine, because the caffeine is to wake you up, but the citrus of this immediately jumps in and joins with the coffee taste. Just from that one sip, I feel like I've had an entire glass of coffee already. Let's give it one more try. It's perfect. It's exactly what it said on the menu. Espresso, citrus, and tonic. There's a little bit of a tonic, bubbly, fizzy taste to that as well. This is a top class cafe here in the center of Pik, so definitely check out J Roastery if you guys are visiting the Pik area, and do visit the Pik area if you are in Jakarta. Let's enjoy these drinks.
The only thing that is sort of the common theme of everywhere in Java or Indonesia really is the lack of sidewalks.
Yeah.
So no matter where you are, you will always walk on the street if you're trying to walk.
Now you can definitely see that there is a lot of construction going on in this Pik area. Just have a look at this building here. So you can see there's a lot of construction sites, there's a lot of investment, there's a lot of money pouring into this area. And right now we are at a place called Pik Avenue, which is supposedly the central mall or the go-to mall for the Pik area, and we might just have a look inside, see what it's like. But have a look at this area here. It's absolutely stunningly gorgeous. So incredibly clean, not an ounce of trash or garbage to be seen anywhere. And the sun is slowly starting to set as well over Jakarta.
Wow, we just have entered the Pik Avenue Mall, and it's actually really, really nice. Now there are loads and loads of stores here, such as H&M, for example. Hello!
Look at our friend in black.
Your friend? Oh my god! Hello, how are you? Anywho, there's loads of stores in here, like H&M and so on that you would know, or like L'Occitane, Starbucks of course, all of these types of places. But there's also lots of stores here actually that I've never heard of, so like cafe and baguette places and food places, eateries and so on. One of them was just called Paul, and I felt like I should know them because it has like a single name, such as like Cher, or I don't even know, Madonna or something like that. So that baguette place was called Paul. Yeah, I felt like, no, it's like Madonna, like a single name, like you should know it or something, but I didn't know it. So, but it looked nice. And there's loads of other places in here as well. A lot of like sort of fancy sushi places, but overall very, very positive vibe, very modern. People here are extremely friendly, as you just saw there on the escalator. So yeah, definitely a cool mall, and I think it's probably one of the most modern malls in Jakarta that we have seen. The other one that might be comparable is the, what was it called, Plaza Indonesia?
Plaza Indonesia
Or Grand?
and Grand Indonesia.
Yeah.
Those two are also incredibly modern, but they are more so in the south and west side
Yeah.
of Jakarta, I think. It was closer towards Tamrin City,
center,
where we were
yeah.
staying. Yeah. But in northern Jakarta, the Pik area, this is the place to be if you are looking for a mall. This is something that we typically never cover in our videos. Something very, very different for you guys. We're gonna have a little bit of a walk around and the sun is setting, and then we're gonna maybe head towards something foodie in the Pik area just as the sun goes down.
Oh yeah, we've been walking for a while, sort of starting to work up an appetite while walking in the mall. I feel like, do you know these like elderly people that are doing their exercise in the mall because it has an AC? That's what I feel like right now. We're sort of like fast-paced walking in the mall, but yeah, definitely a cool place.
Quick 5-minute taxi or grab from that amazing mall, and we made our way to Cove at Batavia Pik. Now this is basically a boardwalk, beautifully lined with amazing shops, cafes, restaurants, pretty much everything that you can think of. You have cuisines from literally all over the world. You have beautiful boutiques selling unique clothes, and the vibes are really, really good here. There's people cycling around with these sort of shared buggies with their families, having a good time, having a laugh, and we just enjoyed the little bit of the sunset as well on the beautiful waterfront, which is out of this world.
There's a juice store as well that everybody seems to like. It's the one place where there's like 30 people there. They must sell something really special. Wow. But this place is really, really nice now. There is like, I don't know actually how long it is. It sort of feels like it might be 1 to 2 kilometers or something in length. Like you can actually walk for a while. There's loads of people around. There's music everywhere, but it's not different types of music. It's actually the same music playing everywhere, so you don't get like overwhelmed or anything. And yeah, there's loads of different cuisines, stuff for every single taste. Some restaurants are halal, some restaurants are not halal from what it looks like. So yeah, seems to be something for everybody. It's really nice here.
I'm actually genuinely speechless with this Pik area. This Cove at Batavia Pik area here is something else, honestly. Everywhere we are looking, there's just beautiful restaurants, and now we've stumbled across a night market where they seem to be having some sort of competitions and stuff. Plenty of food vendors here as well.
Oke, selamat saat.
Terima kasih banyak buat semua peserta. Tepuk tangan juga dong buat semua peserta yang ikut.
Tepuk tangan, semuanya luar biasa sekali ya.
Ya.
Sudah berani maju.
So after a good long walk around exploring this area, unbelievable amount of selection. Like I said, the atmosphere is incredibly positive. Overall, great vibes here in Pik. Sun has entirely set now, so we're basically in total darkness. And we found ourselves, believe it or not, a Thai restaurant, sort of nestled here in the middle of this boardwalk setting. There is a massive night market that we just explored as well, and that was incredible. We got speaking to a couple of nice locals there, and there was actually some eating competitions that people were doing, and the guy asked if I wanted to take place in that. No way in hell. But I will take place in coming into a nice beautiful restaurant like this one and enjoying some nice food. So we just ordered 2 different types of pad krap pao. Now I went for the pad krap pao babi, which is pad krap pao pork, and pad krap pao soft shell crab, which is what Naomi got. Now that's something very different we haven't had. We had crabs, the crispy deep fried crabs, when we were in Yogyakarta in the Alun Alun. If you watch that video, they were something very different, crispy and spicy. But the setting of this restaurant is absolutely gorgeous. We're right here on the waterfront as well. And as I said, the sun has gone down, so it's a little bit cooler, more enjoyable. And this restaurant is one of the most beautiful restaurants that I've seen in a long time. Okay guys, so the food just came out and I went for a beautiful pad krap pao with the babi, which is pork. And it looks, presentation wise, out of this world, just like this restaurant. presentation of this place blows my mind. I think that's the whole reason why we initially wanted to come here. We saw the name, saw the structure of the building from the outside. We were like, that place looks really nice. And then I said to Naomi, I was like, it's probably way too expensive and way too overpriced. And that's actually not the case at all. It is a little bit more expensive, don't get me wrong, but we just came inside here and now we're ready to enjoy some of this food. So I'm gonna basically mix some of this together, give it a first try. We've got some amazing rice, beautiful pork in there too, and obviously some greenery, some chili, some onions, everything that you need. Look at that. That looks like a perfect spoonful right there. Oh my god. That's incredibly flavorful. Nice and spicy as well. It has a great kick to it. It really reminds me immediately, it takes me back to Bangkok and Chiang Mai in Thailand. The flavors of that, very strong. A lot of garlic in there as well. My whole mouth is sort of like infused with garlic, and that pairs perfectly with this rice they gave us. It's like a sticky rice. It's basically sticky rice, and that is perfect. That is straight up my alley when it comes to flavors. This is out of this world. I'm gonna give it one more bite. Look at that. Little bit of meat, nice chunk of the rice. Let's go. Man. Next level. The quality here is great. The staff are very, very friendly as well. It is a little bit hot though. But both of us are sweating, and this is only gonna make me sweat more because of that spice. This is fantastic.
All right, you guys. I didn't realize you were already filming. Okay, so I have a beautiful pad kra pao with soft shell in there, and same as Luke, I'm gonna add a little bit of rice to it. Now the portions are actually quite large, so we didn't really order too much rice because we're never gonna finish it. And yeah, I wanna say let's dive right into it. Now you can see already how beautiful and colorful this is, and I can tell you right now, this is probably gonna be very, very spicy, judging the size of the peppers there. Now if this is gonna be like a Thai chili or something like that, it's gonna be next level spicy. But yeah, we're gonna find out shortly if Luke has to carry me home or carry me to the hospital. Wow, they even have some like really nice vegetables in there. I can see some what looks like green beans or maybe even asparagus, some corn, carrots and so on, together with that beautiful soft shell crab there. Now I put everything on my spoon, which is probably too much for one mouth, but we're gonna try anyway. Wow, that soft shell crab is fire. Oh my god, this is so tasty and it's really spicy. Now, jokes aside, it is quite spicy, but it's not too much, so it's fine. But it's like definitely a Thai chili in there, obviously, because we are. Swadika. Because we are in a Thai restaurant, so obviously it's Thai chili in there, and you can immediately taste it. It like completely takes over your mouth. It coats your lips. Everything is on fire, and yeah, it's a positive fire though. It's not like it's too much, you know. Let's give the soft shell crab with the rice another try there. Perfection. And to be honest, I also need to try Luke's pork over there. It's already, he's doing the thumbs up. It looks beautiful from here.
It is unbelievable.
And like you can even eat your like decoration, like the carrots.
Yeah.
They look very nice. I always eat the decoration as well. Very tasty. Amazing.
Whoops. flavors here are absolutely out of this world, to be honest. I don't know what it is, but it's a different type of chili. When it comes to Thai food, it is spicy, as spicy, in some cases even more spicy than a lot of Indonesia and this part of Southeast Asia. The chili that they use in Thai cuisine is out of this world. Naomi is handing me a spoonful of hers as well. Nice chunk of soft shell crab. I love seafood. I love crab, I love prawns, I love everything like that. This looks amazing. That's very, very good. Very high quality taste to it. Crab tastes amazing. We're sitting, again, right at the waterfront of Jakarta. So there's no better thing to be ordering than some seafood. That is fantastic. And it really does have a kick, for sure. Oh, and I'm holding on to Naomi's spoon. This is fantastic. I absolutely love my dish as well. Pairs beautifully together. And I cannot say enough, I'm a huge fan of sticky rice. It sort of just mashes everything together. Amazing. And we have a nice cold Bintang beer as well. Perfect meal.
Now, Orasas, let's talk about it. Was it authentic in your eyes? Authentic Thai cuisine?
It tasted absolutely incredible, but I have to say that overall, in terms of the preparation and the flavor and stuff like that, it's slightly different. So we've been to Thailand and we absolutely love Thailand and Thai food. And we absolutely love Indonesian food as well. But today we were feeling like something a little bit different. And that pad kra pao was incredibly spicy. But something that I noticed that was missing was MSG. The cook that was running that kitchen in there was doing it, I think, a little bit erring on the organic side of life. And that was definitely a healthier version of an authentic pad kra pao. But it definitely tasted a little bit different, but still really good.
Yeah, definitely. That food was absolutely incredible. As Lucas was just saying, the MSG was missing. And I feel like if you get an authentic pad kra pao, usually it has tons and tons of that Thai basil in there. And I feel like it was substituted by something else, which I couldn't really put my finger on, to be honest. I tasted some curry leaves in there, some seaweed and so on, but no Thai basil. So for me, the Thai basil was missing, and for Luke, the MSG was missing. And overall, for all of the food that we have gotten, 2 beers, a water, 2 pad kra paos, and 1 portion of rice, we just spent 455,000 Indonesian rupiah, which is, 28 euro?
Roughly
Maybe?
between 25 and 30 euro, yeah.
Something like that, yeah. Which
Very.
is fine, I think, for where it is and the amount of service, the quality of service, the quality of food and so on that we have received. I really do think that this was a justified price for that.
For the setting and everything that's involved, I think it's actually quite a good value. And yeah, guys, that was a quick look into a side of Jakarta that pretty much never gets covered. Something that you might not typically see in a lot of vlogs or even on Western media, for example. Other countries like to paint a picture of Indonesia that is not entirely necessarily true. Like we just showed you guys, Jakarta can be incredibly well put together, incredibly clean, organized, beautiful, modern, everything. Really good.
I feel like Jakarta can be whatever you want it to be.
Yep.
If you want it to be like super high end, it can be that. If you want it to be cheap, it can also be that. If you want it to be nitty gritty, it can also be that. It can be literally what you want it to be and how you want to organize your own trip, really.
Yeah, it all basically fits under one roof and it depends on exactly what you want. But yeah, guys, for now, my name is Luke.
My name is Naomi.
We are the 2 Mad Explorers.
And this is your reminder to keep exploring.
And we'll see you guys in the next Jakarta adventure.